Hello and welcome everybody to the third game of the I-League Season number 2 quarterfinal for the Southeast Asian qualifier. It's Genysis versus G-Guard in this game number 3. So how the hell is this gonna go? We don't know. No clue at all. So it's hard to say just because this is 1-1, and when it's going to game 3 it's always hard to call these kind of things. But maybe they are indeed doing... just a second, guys. I cannot even be talking since I'm completely occupied with something else. Just a second. Okay, so hopefully it's gonna be fine now. But yep, game number 3 in G-Guard. They are respect banning out a Shadow Demon now. I do have... Oh, what? G-Guard themselves banning out the Shadow Demon? I guess they know how strong that hero can be. So they ban it out. They definitely played it well enough. So yeah, it's a little bit weird to see that ban, I do have to say. But it's a strong hero as we saw in game number 2. So Genysis though, what will their second ban be? Is it going to be the Tidehunter, or is this the first game in this particular series that we are going to see the Tidehunter? Nope, Faceless Void going to be banned. So Tidehunter, G-Guard, will it be the first pick for them, or are they going to go for the Death Prophet? No, they are not. So Tidehunter, the first pick, we're going to see it for the first time. Of course, Ravage, huge ultimate as well. So maybe even G-Guard themselves will try to snatch an Enigma for themselves, depending on what kind of lanes Genysis would otherwise have. Because Genysis, they themselves got heavily punished for going for an Enigma. Weak lanes, which just got taken full advantage of. So Genysis, they have a couple of options. Death Prophet, Check Hero would be one of them. Definitely a strong combination, although so far it's been the team who picks Death Prophet loses the game, I think. I do believe G-Guard got it in game number 1 as well. I think at least that they had it. I'm pretty sure they did, but Genysis starting with a Dazzle. So will we see maybe an Elder Titan next now then? Dazzle Elder Titan to start with. Since Vengeful Spirit is banned, that's out of the question already. Or do they go for the Death Prophet after all now? Or will it be like Dazzle Razor instead? I wouldn't mind something completely out of the ordinary, just go for Dazzle Slaughter. Although you could pick up the Slaughter a lot later on as well for that case. But it looks like that won't be what they are doing now, at least. So they are taking a hell of a long time trying to decide what the hell they could or even want to go for. But they do go for the Timber Saw in the end, so I feel like maybe it's a little bit too early for this Timber Saw, but those are the two heroes that they used when winning game number 1 as well against G-Guard. So I guess they're like, why fix something that ain't broken? And just a second, guys, again, extremely sorry. But Ogre Magi, the second pick for G-Guard. So that's just always a strong support to have, and we haven't seen enough of Ogre this series anyway. So always nice to see Ogre. Just best hero ever, guys, best hero. Just his, maybe not emotes, but the way he's talking to himself. Or the two heads are arguing. Dragon Knight though, banned out by G-Guard. So they don't want to fall into the exact same trap that Genysis was running in game number 1, I guess. Although game number 1 wasn't like a crushing defeat or anything. Razor though, banned out by Genysis themselves. That was definitely one hero that Genysis ran in the first game's lineup. So they're going for something different already by the looks of it. Oh, just a second, guys. One more second. I have no idea what... Huh. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I think. Okay, now full attention on the game, guys. Extremely sorry. Really unprofessional. But last bans, Death Prophet by Genysis. Phantom Assassin banned out by G-Guard. So now, full focus on the game. Full focus, guys. Genysis though, will they pick up their secondary support now? And if, what's it even gonna be? I still think Elder Titan might be a worthwhile pick for them. Reduce the magic armor, reduce the physical armor. And when your base physical armor is zeroed out anyway, then the Dazzle ultimate comes into play, especially if it's Aghanim's buffed. And also Timber Saw will do more damage since, well, you're doing magical damage. Of course, some of it is going to be pure anyway from him. So it's not going to be that big of a difference. So will they go for the Elder Titan, or Death Prophet spanned out by themselves, so that's out of the question. Definitely would have been a choice. Chikiro still available if they want to go for like a moderate amount of push with the Liquid Fire. Otherwise, G-Guard themselves might pick up that support Chikiro. Unless they want to run like a Tidehunter support or do something extremely weird. Maybe they're pondering on an Enigma once again. Although I wouldn't bet on it. The Enigma did have some pretty nice plays in the last game though, I do have to say. So maybe it is going to be that one after all. One thing I do know though is that if this game is just as long as the other ones, I'm not gonna make it at least to the start of the next series, which is going to be, I do believe, Arcanis versus MVP Phoenix. I might be able to cast it from Dota TV depending on how late I am. If the game is already like halfway through, I don't think I'm even gonna cast it just because I don't like doing things half-assed. But, well, Genysis. Sand King will be the pick for them after a really long time of consideration. It doesn't synergize the greatest with a Dazzle, to be honest. But it's a nice stunt to have. Somebody who can just squeeze extra farm out of the map, out of the jungle like that. Of course, that's given if G-Guard just doesn't go into the jungle and block off the big camp, for example, early on. If the Sand King can't get the stacks super early, he's just going to get the blink there a little bit slower. Although usually Sand King still find it like at the latest 12 minutes into the game or something like that. And that's usually a good enough timing for you. At least in most cases. But, well, we'll see what they will partner it up with. G-Guard though did go for the Chikiro. It definitely makes sense. Genysis, well, go for a Weaver once again though. I do believe it was G-Guard in game number 1 running the Weaver. But this time around as well, this Weaver also up against a fairly nice amount of just damage and lockdown. You'll Scepter Ice Path, Fire Blast from Ogre Magi, Ravage from the Tidehunter, Anchor Smash is coming out every now and then. But with the Dazzle backing up the Weaver, I guess they feel that the Weaver will be safe enough in this case. Which might be true in most cases. I mean, Chikiro probably not going to get a fast Yule Scepter, especially if it's a support Chikiro. And without that, it's rather hard to actually land an Ice Path onto the Weaver. With now the Ember Spirit, the pick for G-Guard. Ember Spirit always leaves me with just mixed feelings, because most Ember Spirits, unfortunately, that I see, just get like a really delayed Battle Fury, and the game is almost over before they actually find themselves on farm. Maybe they also get like a Crystallis on top of that afterwards, but by then it's like 30 plus minutes into the game already, and the enemy team is just too strong for just a single Battle Fury Crystallis Ember Spirit to deal with. Especially if the Weaver should get some pretty great farm and maybe an early Desolator as well. This Ember Spirit is just going to get blown up from that. But Invoker, the last ban from G-Guard. Mirana banned out by Genysis. Even without the Shadow Demon being there, they're still kind of respect banning it. Although Moonlight Shadows also screwed over Genysis so damn bad last game. So they just want to make sure that their supports don't have to kind of waste or use any unnecessary gold on that. But Viper, the last pick for Genysis. So making their lanes a little bit stronger, I guess. How they're exactly going to lane this, I have no idea. Viper though, if it's in the mid lane against Ember Spirit, that's going to be a pretty good matchup for the Viper in most cases. They might even run a Timber Saw there, I guess, if they want to, but I would probably prefer a Viper there. Maybe like a Weaver Sand King safe lane. Weaver being up against Tidehunter in that case would be pretty good, leaving the Sand King to just stack and farm up the jungle with a Dazzle Timber Saw off lane, something along those lines. It might also be a pure Timber Saw off lane, but I think the Dazzle might be a nice addition there. But G-Guard. Their own last pick is gonna be what? What is their safe lane core? Do they go for a Medusa once again, for example? I mean, Medusa would be durable even up against Timber Saw with just a mana shield of his. Or what would the other better choice be? I guess you can try to go for something like a Slark. Pounces decent-ish against Weaver, I guess. Or do you go for something crazy? Go for Slaughter. Have the revelation and amplified damage from the amplified damage. Don't think this is gonna happen though. Maybe even something like a Gyrocopter. Homing Missile actually is pretty good against Weaver, to be honest. Just because these days it also follows you even if you're invis, or hits you even if you're invis. Also, a just natural BKB carrier wouldn't be too bad for them, and even if he gets Viper struck up, he just needs to be able to right click anything, like anything, for the Flak Cannon to work. So would still be able to spread out the damage anyway, even if he's slowed down and kited a little bit. But G-Guard, they're in a pretty just precarious situation here. A sticky situation, I'd say. And they do go for the Enigma as the last one, so is this now Jakiro mid lane instead with Ember Spirit, Ogre safe lane, Enigma jungle? I would think so, and actually it's a pretty smart choice to run it like that. Ember Spirit mid lane otherwise would have been a really sad one against Viper. Of course, Ember Spirit and Ogre Magi themselves, although they have the Searing Change and the Fire Blast to stop the Timber Chain, it might not be enough just between the two of them, especially not if the Dazzle should also be on the lane like that. So I would like the dual lanes even more in this case from Genysis, I guess. Although it's always a double-edged sword to go for dual lanes. That just means that the enemy offlaner will get a little bit more accomplished as well. And well, in this case, maybe Genysis want to switch up their lanes once again. I'm not too sure if they would want to send a Weaver mid lane, for example, against Jakiro. Not really too sure how well that matchup would even work. Probably Weaver would just get out harassed at some point. So I still, Viper is probably still the best matchup against the Weaver. Unless you want to run like a Dazzle Core potentially. But to introduce the lineups, Winter will be playing the offlane Tidehunter for the side of G-Guard for this third and final deciding game. Link playing on the Enigma with TFG on the Jakiro, leaving Sharky on the Ogre Magi, and the last one will be WTF on the Ember Spirit. As for Genysis, Andy playing the Timber Saw 3 on the Viper, Nana to play the Weaver with a quad A that is on the Dazzle, and the last is gonna be Vexus on the Sand King. And might we see a first blood happening before the just Gong even rings? Sharky, no, go behind the trees, do not show yourselves. Oh, never mind. Sharky scouts out Nana. Had they come like here behind to those trees, so their pathing was a little bit off target for. Maybe they didn't even just plan on getting the first blood, because they definitely weren't sneaky enough for that. They just were kind of randomly running into the enemy jungle. But they do place down a ward. It's more of a scouting one than to just block anything of the Enigma. I guess they really want to go aggressive on the Enigma, and they are leaving behind an aggressive tri-lane, which isn't the most common of things. Just because usually a Sand King wants to just stack and farm his own jungle. He might still do so, but he needs like level 3 anyway before he can start properly farming up the jungle as it is. So he might even go with like a level 1 Sandstorm and make Enigma's life a living hell. Or just go in, just right click the Eidolons when they're dropping low, because they are dropping low extremely fast early on the early levels. So if Enigma doesn't correctly just pull the camp away from this just camp spawn, and then create the Eidolons, and just start a few right clicks already as the others are, or as the creeps are running back, he might suffer quite a lot. Mid lane though, TFG looks like he's rushing a bottle on Jakiro, so he wants to be also spamming out dual breath as much as he can. 343 though has started with Nether Toxin. Gets you that extra little damage early on. Makes your life a little bit easier than just last hitting. But Nana, he is gonna be solo now up against Winter. So they did just place down this ward and nothing else for the time being. Leaving Link completely free to farm up. Even came with 2 sentries, which he's not gonna have to use a single one off by the looks of it. And not gonna get the stack, unfortunately. But gonna be able to farm it up anyway. And it's really nice to actually do what he just did. Although it's maybe a little bit intensive on your mana. At least you can just straight farm it up. You don't have to like run all the way through the trees. It's gonna waste a lot of valuable just idle on time. So now he can create a new set for this new big camp. While in the meantime, Nana is up to 4 last hits compared to Winter's 5. It should be a rather even matchup for the most case, but now that Sharky comes in as well, it's gonna be a little bit harder for the Weaver. Especially early on, the Sukuchi is a rather long cooldown, at least comparative to what it would be on the max level. But WTF, being an offlane Ember Spirit, not gonna have the greatest time either now that Vexus and Quade have arrived. Oh god, it's gonna actually rather suck for him. At least he has enough gold for boots. If he can actually get to the side shop, that is. You can always use the courier to bring it out. And did the creeps just kill the big center? I think they did, so losing some gold unfortunately for them. Gonna get the small center at least, and the deny on one of the creeps as well. So only a range creep slipping through. It's gonna push out the lane a little bit anyway. Not that big of a deal, but not gonna be the perfect lane control here. As Viper, 2 points into corrosive skin already. It makes sense just because you know liquid fire is gonna be spammed at you like 24/7. So definitely nice choice to max out corrosive skin. I think it's the pretty much best and only choice here as well. But G-Guard, they have already switched up their lane just because they need this Ember Spirit to get farm. Earlier on I was talking about it as well, that so many Ember Spirits I see just don't get anything accomplished at all. Just don't get a reasonable timing for the Battle Fury and just fall behind. So to prevent that from happening, they are changing the lanes. But Sharky is going to have to babysit him at all times. And double melee heroes against Weaver aren't all that great, especially since Weaver has the magic stick as well. Even the ring of protection against physical damage. WTF, once he gets enough points into Flame Guard, maybe with just Fire Blast into Searing Change, if they use them just perfectly and they have just a sentry or something down to actually see him in the Sukuchi, they might still be able to get the kill and burn him down anyway. It's just not gonna be easy. Mid lane though, TFG, oh, he's playing with fire at the moment. Corrosive skin, it's not lethal damage, but he's gonna drop down to 1 anyway. He's gonna use the bull now, so with the haste rune he got to safety, but man, the corrosive skin is just doing more damage to him than it's worth actually spamming it out. Now another poison attack as well. TFG, he's getting traded around heavily upon just because every time he goes on for a liquid fire, he takes damage from the corrosive skin. From the liquid fire, of course. Plus, of course, he gets like a few poison attacks into himself. Now, though, Nana was just farming up or disrupting the double pull. TFG wants to come to the bottom lane. Nana, he sees him out. Quade, he's around on one side. Can he right click from the high ground? Not too sure if he has enough vision, but Sukuchi didn't do the damage. But TFG, he's gonna go down for first blood. There's nothing he could do. Quade picks it up with a shadow wave just to make sure no assistance will stop Weaver there. So this Chikiro isn't working out too well. But Andy and the Timbersaw, he's also on the top lane against Meter. 19 and 5 compared to 18 and 1. Anchor Smash, of course, against any melee hero is excellent, but then again, so is Whirling Death. Although, since he didn't start on the lane that he's on at the moment, has come for maxing out Timber Chain instead. I mean, pure damage is always going to be nice though. But there's mid lane, the Purple Strike onto TFG. Will the Shadow Wave follow? Yes, it will. And with the poison attacks, that slow should be enough. With the poison touch helping out. So that's going to be the kill. Nice rotation, and Vexus is level 3 now. Has the level 2 Sandstorm. Does he have any stacks already waiting? Double stack on the big camp and double stack here, but there are Mod Golems as well. So I guess it's a kind of a single stack in the end. So not the most stacks, and chose to not even try to stack this one up as well here. I think he might have even made the stack properly had he just gone for it. So maybe a slight mistake, slowing down the just farm time. Not as efficient as you could be, but any farm will be good. Gonna be able to hit level 4 as well if he just farms this up. So it's gonna be good enough, I guess. In the meantime, 343 was trying to chase down Ling in the jungle with this Observer Ward. But Ling already almost level 6. Arcane Boots picked up on both the Tidehunter as well as the Timber, so simultaneously almost. But there's a Chakram, and he gets his level 6. His power increases, well, I would want to say tenfold just because it sounds nice, but not by that much. But still, it's just harassing abilities are just second to none, I think, in this game at least. Maybe just like constant Sukuji through is decent-ish as well. But Nana is in some trouble now. Eidolons are coming in. They have the black hole. They wouldn't even have enough mana for it with the soul ring. Now he has enough mana even without the soul ring. But Nana, he's far enough. Gonna find himself a haste rune. Maybe gonna leave it to the Viper. Never mind. No point. And is he gonna come into the mid lane? TFG. I think they saw the rune getting picked up, or he's backing off. In any case, top lane. Nothing happening. They were just close to each other. For a second I thought on the minimap, like, are they doing something? Nope. Just hugging each other. As good melee heroes too. Although Timber saw it, he's not hog worthy just because he's a little freaking goblin who's inside a machine, a contraption. So in the end, nothing much happening at this point in time. Sand King still trying to farm up. It is a triple stack here, but still, one set is the Mud Golems. Dazzle, run away! Run away, little girl, run away! But Vexus is slowly getting some farm. It's not gonna be the fastest Blink Dagger I've ever seen. Of course, he hasn't like gotten the first blood and hasn't gotten too many kills or assists after that. Just one assist though, it's still fine. If he gets like a 10-minute Blink, it's still gonna be perfectly fine for them, just because their laning is going well enough as it is. We were 28 last hits, although not as much as maybe you would desire. It's still fine, although the Enigma still free farming is something that I would worry about if I'm Genysis. Just because your Sand King isn't farming nearly fast enough to catch up to the Enigma anytime soon. Although with the Blink Dagger, you can go for kind of reckless plays, which Enigma might not want to go for. Just because with the Black Hole, most players at least are a little bit maybe too conservative even with the Black Hole. They're just waiting for the perfect opportunity. I mean, I can completely understand that as well. Winter, is he going to be in some trouble? Chakram comes through as well, but Winter, he's pretty damn beefy. The last Timber Chain even missed, so there's not going to be enough follow-up for this. Whirling Death wasn't also used, so without that, there's really no chance of a kill. But he's keeping just Winter guessing. And now Sharky might be in trouble. Vexus, he's going to come in. The double damage is there, but they only have the supports, the Poison Touch. If they had the Viper there with the Viper Strike, easy kills. But ifs and buts and whats and codes aren't going to help you at all. El Gato, man. Capes kill people, you know? Capes kill people. But Winter in trouble once again. Andy, a little bit low on mana maybe, but has the Arcane Boost. There's the Ravage though, they want to turn things around. Sharky comes in with a double damage. Magic Wand is there for Andy, gets another Timber Chain, doesn't connect on Winter, and he's gonna go down. But Nana, he comes in now. Sharky is pretty damn tanky. Swarm will connect on both of them. Winter going for the TP out. Sharky gonna get chased down though. So they get the one counter kill at least. Still heavily favoring G-Guard just because, well, you killed off a Timbersaw and lost the support. Timbersaw definitely a snowball heavy hero. But Nana going for the tier 1 now as well. With the items that he has currently, even with the Chaminate attack level 1, the push isn't going to be that fast. Whereas Link with the Eidolons should be considerably faster. Gonna go for the mech as well now, as is kind of to be expected. Has the mech recipe, just needs like another 250 gold for the Iron Branch and the Buckler recipe now. But Andy, he's around to stop the push. He gets stunned by the Malphite. Midnight Pulse is down, Ignite as well, but they don't get the follow-up stuns. Top lane, Winter going up against Nana, but they know there's no Ravage for quite some time for Tidehunter, so they can be fairly safe on that lane. Farm-wise, Viper and Weaver doing the best. Enigma, closely on the heels of the Weaver though. Sand King, not doing too bad either. Actually only 200 gold away. So once he gets a Blink, they're like 11 minutes in. Slightly earlier probably. Although there's Mod Golem, so maybe not slightly earlier. So that's going to be excellent for them, of course. And quite necessary as well. But, well, they're going to spawn more camps, so he's still going to get it like 11 minutes in at the latest. TFG tried to deny 3-for-3 from going for the rune, but Dazzle just came and sniped it anyway. It's Nana, 1.3k in the bank. Healing Salvius as well, just to be on maximum HP in case a gank comes your way. Blink Dagger picked up on the Sand King though. So that's gonna be huge. He's gonna go back home, regen all of his mana and maybe TP. Actually even bottom lane might be viable. Just Blink, Burrow Strike into Chakram, Timber Chain, Whirling Death. Mech picked up on Viper and Enigma at the same time, so just that goes to show how much farm Ling actually has. WTF gonna come back in as well, has a haste rune for himself. And, well, he has his ultimate ready. Chakram though comes through, starts killing off the creep wave. Sand King, he's coming in as well. Even the Dazzle is around. So they want to fight this. They want to just show off the surprise Blink Dagger. And he's even smoked up. Channeling the epicenter. He's gonna go forward. Blink. Burrow Strike. He's waiting for it. Get Sling. Not the best, but it might be enough anyway. The mech is there. They're trying to turn it around. The black hole is there. Ling. He's still alive. He's gonna go down in the end, but he's gonna turn it around. Vexus gets saved by the shallow grave. Although WTF, he's gonna go with the haste. There's the Ravage into Andy as well as Nana, but we're his healthy. Can he get off the time lapse? He can, just barely though. Ember Spirit though got the double kill in the backlines, killing off the two supports. Now Sharky in some trouble. Chakram connects. Easy kill with the Whirling Death, level 3. So it's 2 supports for a core and the support. It could have gone a hell of a lot better for Genysis, I do have to say. Of course, a lot of the epicenter was just wasted in just choosing your target and running. As TFG now in some bit of a trouble if he gets Viper Struck. Never mind, not going to catch up, but Andy, or never mind, it's Nana, not Andy. Takes a lot of damage, there's no time lapse for him, but he gets away from the sentry range, and I don't think they have another one. They don't, so Nana gonna have to back off for now. He's going for a straight of BKB as well by the looks of it. Still not in the clear, so Kuchi away again. As Andy has himself an invis room, but they saw him, he was just in sentry range. But there's the double burrow strike, Chakram through. Timber Chain misses though by a little bit. But no kills for either side. 3 to 5. The overall kill score. A counter sentry comes out. But 500 XP lead for Genysis. Net worth 1800 as well. Winter though does get caught. Vexus might be in trouble. Does he have a burrow strike? He does. He gets it onto WTF. Shallow Grave keeps him alive. There's the Chakram, Whirling Death, and the Timber Chain as well. Vexus is gonna go down, and Andy might be next. Gets another Timber Chain out. He is actually safe. Timber Chain, that's just how strong of an ability it is, I guess. WTF though leaves behind the Remnant. TP's out. That is just the strength for that hero, and he has quite some nice farm as well, especially with this tower going down in the favor of the Radiant side as well. So he has his drums, has the Poor Man Shield, and they're just gonna keep on going. I mean, I guess why the hell not? But Genysis, they have the mech on 3 for 3 so far though. They haven't really involved the Viper in the fights. Although if they went with their own mech there as well, they could even out the playing field with healing wise plus Viper. Pretty damn tanky in his own right anyway. So game can tip either way. Is there a Blink Dagger coming anytime soon on Winter? Yes there is, in about 300 gold as Jakiro gets down the tier 1 tower mid lane. So more global gold coming the way of G-Guard and Ember Spirit. He is pretty damn stacked with farm. Of course the free kills helping out by a hell of a lot, and him of course not dying makes it even better for them. But looks like Genysis, they are angling for a tower of their own. Viper though a little bit low on mana. Do they have Arcane Boots? Not yet on Vexus, just because he has died a couple of times as well, so it really hasn't been too successful with his just blink ganks thus far. Soul Ring though picked up on Timbersaw, has the point booster as well, so he's going for the Bloodstone. At least looks to be getting it at a better timing than G-Guard got. Oh, never mind, that they themselves got it in game number 1, I do believe. As Blink Dagger is there on Winter now. TFG just trying to harass Andy as well as just pushing out the lanes at the same time. The Liquid Fire, it's just that strong of an ability. Of course, Reactive Armor level 2 should be almost enough regeneration to just completely counter that Liquid Fire already. Bottom lane, Nana. Got a little bit of harassment from WTF, but nothing too major going on. Does have himself the first Claymore though. So if he gets it like 20-21 minutes into Battle Fury, it's still gonna be some pretty good timing. And he's gonna be just... I mean, his timings will definitely be correct probably for the next of the game. But Nana takes a lot of damage from just a Sleight of Fist. Even forced to time-lapse this out. And it's not that big of a deal. I mean, 75 mana. Theoretically, just doesn't mean anything, of course. But also only about a 50-second cooldown. Mid lane though, TFG still not getting punished for just being in the mid lane. But there's the Blink Burrow Strike. They're gonna go with the Timber Chain Whirling Death. But the Haste Rune... How the hell do they get so many Haste Runes? It's just Haste Runes galore for G-Guard. Haste Rune... It's been like 3 Haste Runes at least for them already. And lots of bounty runes for Genysis. value bounty runes, I guess, I don't know. As Genysis 5-4 is still the kill score. Both teams are playing it rather passive, and if you have a Sand King and the Dazzle as well for that matter, I guess, you wouldn't think that this team is the passive one, but they're up against the Black Hole as well as a Ravage. But having them just, or giving them time to farm up like maybe a double Ravage, a BKB and an Enigma for example, is that the best just course of action? They know the Enigma is farming up. I mean, what the hell else is he doing? At least Nana is trying to split push. Maybe they're waiting for the BKB on Nana and then go. Just because before that, just some random stuns like Ravage are going to completely wreck you. Even 3-4-3 might be going for a BKB instead of a Straight of Aghanims here. As Link, level 11, has himself an Ogre Club, so BKB will be in the making. Soul Ring will be there for Sharky if he just has it delivered it out, which he will do just now. But Ignite goes out onto 3-4-3. There's the stun as well, gets the multicast. Will the follow-up be there? Ice Path just on the edge. It is level 3, Liquid Fire to follow. But 3-4-3 just a tad too tanky for all of that. But bottom lane, the Burrow Stack Epicenter catches WTF. Do they have enough? No, he gets the Remnant out. He had the Flame Guard activated, so pretty much the Epicenter did manage to bring down the Flame Guard at least. Do a little bit extra as well. But this Ember Spirit is just has too many levels. The drum's already finished, and the Claymore, he's doing extremely well for himself, he really is. Viper still a little bit more farmed, but they're not fighting with him, and well, he has backed off already. They were trying to even scout him out with Midnight Pulse and everything. But they are pushing down this tier 1. Maybe they can even keep on going for the tier 2. Nana wants to come in from behind. But WTF, he's gonna get slowed down. Does he have a Remnant? No, he doesn't have enough mana for it, so they get the kill on him. Viper Strike used, level 2 for this. A really important kill as well. They're going for a tier 1 push of their own, but they're gonna have to send somebody to defend, because with the Liquid Fire, with the Eidolons being there, the push is definitely faster for G-Guard. Winter blinks forward. He has the Ravage as well. Is he gonna pop in? He's waiting for more targets. Cancel the TP? Yes. Sand King does cancel the TP as the Ice Wave was waiting for him. So they're gonna lose the tower anyway. Andy by himself just won't be enough. But there's the multicast. Another guy as well, Andy. He's gonna get the Timber Chain, but he's still not in the clear completely. I think it would have even been worth just popping one ultimate for him, but they just get the tier 2 and they're gonna be happy with that. As probably is the smart thing. I mean, it's a tier 1 for tier 2 after all. But BKB will be finished on Weaver now. Vexus has his Arcane Boots at least as well on the Sand King. Do they have anything else? Just a smoke and some clarity is coming out. Ogre Magi, Tranquil Boots done now. Winter going for a 4-staff next. Yule Scepter on TFG. That's huge actually, this Jakiro having a Yule Scepter. But 3-4-3 does see Link, but Link does go the right way here. Arcane Boots also done on Dazzle, so they definitely have lots of sustain with just their mana at least. Nana could use some healing now, and mana both. With the double damage trying to farm up Ancients, but it's just taking so much damage from them in return. Weaver not the best hero to just farm Ancients with really. Maybe if you have more damage, then sure. Although at the moment with the double damage he's hitting pretty hard as it is. But Cheminate attack isn't maxed out yet, has maxed out the Swarm instead. But never mind, it's not going to be a BKB, at least not yet. It's going to be a Desolator instead, and he has enough gold for it. Okay then. But Andy has himself a Bloodstone done as well. And just a second, guys, again. I need to be able... I'm just gonna give my... or another HeflaTV caster a different set of potential passwords that he might get. So he will cast Ray versus Arcanis, unless they're waiting for us. And well, now 3-4-3 does have his own BKB finished. As Dazzle, he's hunting for something as well. Maybe they want to go for TFG, but will they have enough between the two of them? At least with the Yule Scepter being there. If they can bait out the Yule Scepter first and then get the Viper Strike on the Jakiro, it might be fine. But of course they see the Ogre now as well, although Vexus is blinking in. Yeah, he just wants to place this ward on the high ground. And that's it. Looking at the graphs now though, it's still about a 500 lead for Genysis, which isn't huge at all. XP same. This can still go either way. They still have the black holes, the ravages. And Ember Spirit only about 300 gold away from finishing up his Battle Fury. But now there's the Viper Stack onto TFG. He's probably going to be screwed. Uses the Ult Scepter on the Viper. There's the Burrow Stack to stop the TP out. And that is going to be the kill. Viper picks it for himself. Killing spree for free. Sharky though comes into mid lane. Maybe wants to go for Nana, who has a Desolator. So actually is scary with his damage output now. Also, they could go for Roshan if they wanted to have the Viper or the Timbersaw tank it up. And Timbersaw has the Bloodstone finish for some time now. Might be Boost of Travels next. Might be even something like a Blade Mail, although I doubt it. But BKB down on Enigma now. There is nothing at all to stop this black hole at the moment from Genysis. If there's a BKB before. So maybe they have given a little bit too much farming space. Winter does have his own 4-step as well. They're carrying double dusts. Or not double dust, but 2 dusts on Winter. Never mind, this is double dusts. Double 2 dusts. Double dust pairs. But there's the guy shot to 3 for free. Pretty damn tanky hero. Will he pop his BKB? Yes, he will. He might still get black hole. Midnight Pulse is down. Vexus comes in with the epicenter, but there's the BKB black hole. Epicenter still does a lot of damage to WTF. 3 for 3. Is he gonna be able to turn it around? Look at this remnant speed. It's nothing. But they needed like one extra hero to be there. And Nana just couldn't make it there in time. So it's only the black hole. They didn't even need the Ravage for this Nana. Still hunting for some unfortunate souls. WTF should have a remnant if need be. And is gonna be forced to use it at least. Gets away to safety. Swarm will be killed. He's gonna run into the Ogre now as well. Is he gonna dive the tower? No. Just wants to damage the tower a little bit and Sukuchi away. Or never mind, he finds Sharky now. But Ogre, pretty damn tanky even with the minus armor coming out. So he's gonna be fine for now. Just fine. As Weaver has himself the Ogre Club, working towards a BKB. Finds Ling though. Can Ling escape? Doesn't have a BKB. Swarm. Oh god, it misses unfortunately. And the Malphite will be enough to make it so that Nana can't really follow up properly. Sentry's placed down again. Sand King, his farm really isn't what you would usually expect a Sand King to have. Who gets a reasonably timed blink like 10.5 minutes in. Of course, it's just really well done by G-Guard as well, playing together quite a lot. Also, just Ember Spirit having the Flame Guard activated every single time Vexus blinks in. But 6 to 7, kill score. Ember Spirit #1 in net worth. Battle Fury finished. Another 1.4k on top of that all of a sudden as well. So his farm will definitely start picking up now. Boots of Travels done in the meantime on the Timbersaw. Although, looks like Genysis, they maybe want to group up for something themselves. I guess Roshan should be the easiest target as TFG. He might go down if Andy can catch up. Without the Blink Dagger, I don't think he has what it takes. Although Timber Chain to the high ground. Of course, Shakira has vision of this, so he's going to just TP out. They're not close enough with Vexus. But another Sleight of Fist WTF. Not a really easy target for Genysis to kill at all, just because Pyro Strike is pretty much their only disable. They don't have any other means to just stop the Ember Spirit, so that's actually pretty damn sad. Maybe later on they're gonna have a Hex from the Timbersaw, but that's a lot later on probably. But Nana is trying to go for Roshan. Never mind, gonna back off now because I guess his team is like, no, too scary, dude, too scary. We're working up against Ravage after all, but they're really just giving away time for Enigma to farm up a Blink next. For Tide to maybe get one as well. Just a second, guys. But now they're going for it. And they might even find it for themselves just because I don't think Chi-Guard will make it there in time. So Roshan is down. Age is picked up on Nana. And TFG, are they still going over? There's the Blink Rage, catches free hero squarely. Ice Path to follow as well with the Macro Fire Viper. He's going to be so screwed. Pops his BKB though, Black Hole. It just came off cooldown, Nana. He's still fighting, pops the time lapse, but into the Black Hole he goes. But there's the Timber Chain through Epicenter. Burrow Strike lands on 2 at least as well. It's a 2 for 2 so far. Nana keeps on going, still has the Aegis. Ling will be next, no way to escape this. Or is there? They pop the Aegis, he's still alive. Oh no, Burrow Strike onto 3, will get the kill, and then he's there. Timber Chain, Whirling Death onto 2. Winter will get the 4 staff into Blink out, so he's safe as well. But it's a 3 for 3 if you account in the Aegis as well there. So it's not all that bad of a trade. BKB will be soon finished on Weaver, which is gonna make things a lot easier for him, of course. But Ember Spirit, he didn't die, still has 3k in the bank. Still number 1 in net worth, but the 3 cores of Genysis are catching up now. They're gaining more momentum. 11 Blaststone charges on Andy as well. That is probably one of the bigger things that they got from that fight. But, oh, Cliff is used. TPs are coming in. Winter gets the gush onto Andy. Timber Chain away under the tower, but he's still going to be screwed, I think. He has the blast on, so maybe he's going to commit suicide with this. Chakra through another Timber Chain, but Ice Bath is there. Shallow Grave keeps him alive for a little while longer. Nana, he's going to come back in as well. Another Timber Chain. Yule Scepter is there, but there's the Burrow Strike lands on 2 Andy. He's going to go down in the end. Multicast it down. But WTF, oh god, he gets the Remnant just before the last strike click lands on him. Nana gonna chase down TFG, or at least attempt to do it. Swarm will get dodged. Another time lapse into Sharky. Vexus has a Burrow Strike, but goes down to the last Sleight of Fist. And Nana cannot really run over the Ice Path. And he's gonna go down here. He's just gonna burn. Sleight of Fist gets the kill. So they stuck around for way too long. At least he finishes up his BKB before. Blink Dagger picked up on Timber so now as well. But that was just a horrible fight. And he won for 4. Losing the Blaststone charges that he just gained. And look at this XP swing as well. Net worth also. Just horrible stuff, I have to say. Not going too well at all. Not at all. But Blink Dagger is there on Enigma now as well. Andy scouting out WTF. He doesn't have the Flame Guard at the moment. If he got a tree to go to, there's the Chakra first. Timber Chain as well. Oh my god. 20 HP. 20 freaking HP. My wow. That's just no good, guys. That's just no good. But look at Winter, getting closer to his Refresher Orb, has the Perseverance, BKB done now on Weaver. Such an important item for him to actually be able to stay in fights. But I still think they've given a lot of time to G-Guard. At least Winter isn't all that farmed, at least if you look at the network compared to an Enigma and Ember Spirit. But Ember Spirit has himself the Crystallis, getting closer and closer to actually finishing up that full Daedalus. Blink, BKB, Black Hole of course will be always there for Enigma. So they're still looking scary. I mean, the team fight is better than Genysis. Timbersaw, yes, he can output a lot of damage, but you really need to have the correct positions. You need to have the trees to just Timber Chain yourself to constantly and everything. And of course, doesn't have his Aghanim Scepter yet, so no double Chakram to work with. And might be going for a BKB of his own, so might not have a double Chakram for still quite some time. Although he's still the highest farmer for his own team for the time being. 3 for 3 though, looks to be going for an Aghanim Scepter of his own now. Sharky, they are smoked up. He's leading the charge. DFG might be the one to go in first. Oh, another Haste Rune. Man, the G-Guard and the Haste Runes this game, it's not even funny. Just Haste Runes all around. And Andy might pay the price of that Haste Rune. 4-step forward with the Yule Scepter. Maybe Ice Path comes in. I'm not too sure why he didn't just 4-step Yule Scepter and then Ice Path, but I guess maybe. Never mind, you cannot blink away when you get used like that. Only Puck can phase shift straight after then blink, but Nana is split pushing and forcing G-Guard back. Might pay with his life though, if he's a little bit careless. Black Hole, are they gonna pop it? He pops the BKB on Nana. Vexus, he's close by to maybe help out if need be. That was just hesitation, not going for the Black Hole. I can understand it somewhat, but I would have preferred the Black Hole straight out. But Sharky, just going for the TP out. Smart choice as well. Knew that there's really nothing they can do against you when Vexus isn't around on the Sand King. That's really one of the bigger weaknesses as well. Without the lockdown. Oh god, look at the crit! It was immediate time lapse away from the Weaver after that. It was like an 800 crit or something. Oh man. That is the power of an Ember Spirit who actually finds some farm. He's probably gonna be able to climb himself higher and higher up. Might even get a kill on Viper if Viper's not careful, and he's gonna pop the mech and back off as well. So the BKBs are all definitely nice and everything, but there's the black hole that goes through it. Ember Spirit's physical damage can still damage you, but Andy, with the Invis rune under his sentry ward that will expire soon enough, but they know that Andy does have that Invis rune at least. Vex is gonna back off now as well, has himself a 4-staff at least, but quad 8 this time around this game. There's no Aghanim Scepter inside. WTF though, activates the Flame Guard and just remnants out. That's, I have to say, not a surprise. This has just happened so many times this game I cannot even keep count. Just all the time, remnant out all the freaking time. Squad A at least manages to deward a ward now. Link does have himself that gem as well, but wasn't just quite fast enough to get there. Graph though, it's about a 300 lead for Genysis in net worth, which means nothing. Almost a 3k lead in XP for Chi-Guard, but it's really negligible at this point. It does make a really small dent, to be honest. It doesn't affect probably the outcome of the game at all, at least the graphs don't. It's really about the team fights and the Ravages and who gets the BKBs off at the right time. But Andy trying to be sneaky, might get caught though. Oh my god, if they see him. Link almost found him, but they popped the ward down. Oh god, Andy going for the TP out. This is gonna be so screwed. Multicasted as well. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Down to 4 Bloodstone charges. This was just disastrous. I mean, he has the buyback, but it's such a short respawn thanks to the Bloodstone that you wouldn't want to buy back if you can help it. But can he help it? That's the case. That's the question rather. The creeper already dead with just a liquid fire, sleight of fist. Quad A activates his weave, only out to 2 of them, didn't catch any enemies I think. So the weave on cooldown, they have the epicenter which is level 2 at least to come in with. But the tower down to half HP already. They're probably gonna back off, I think. Nana wants to come in now, they're waiting for the perfect opportunity. Just popping down the midnight pulse and they are backing off now. Don't want to force things when actually all 5 are alive. Man, that was just... oh, Team Verso trying to be sneaky and just... I have to admit that he at least tried to DP out, but the ward just came out. I'm not too sure if he saw the ward being placed, I'm pretty sure he didn't. But he just knew that there's no escape from that place other than a TP out. But just a tad too late with realizing that. Viper though finishes up his Aghanim Scepter. If they had Midas running from earlier on Weaver and Viper, maybe things would have been like a little bit better by now. But Burrow Strike Epicenter onto TFG, they're at least gonna kill the Jakiro. Finally, they find something on the map. Now the gem purchased on Vexus as well. They want to get some map control with chest back. But Winter, he's only 900 gold away from finishing up the Refresher Orb. So yes, there are 2 BKBs, soon to be free with Andy working for 1 as well. But you might not get hit by 2 Ravages. But there's a high chance that you're gonna get hit by 1 of them anyway. And as the BKB's durations get lower and lower, there's gonna be a higher and a higher chance for you to get hit by both Ravages maybe even. Although you should still be able to dodge 1 of them. Unless you really get caught with the first one before managing the BKB and the second Ravage comes in before the stun duration ends. But another Roshan is going on. It's gonna go for Genysis once again. It is the second one of the game, so no cheese quite yet. But Chi-Guard, they're in no position to actually defend this. Winter, well, I don't think they even know this is going on, so that's gonna be Roshan down. But Winter doesn't care that much, just wants to finish up the item and be done with it. That's 1.8k gold on 343 as well. I guess some damage item might be nice next, or maybe you can try to go for straight off survivability as well, although something like an AC wouldn't go amiss for them I think. Weaver though is going for the straight survivability, has picked up a Reaver, so going for the Heart of the Rask. I think for him it's a pretty fine choice, especially since time-lapse, you just can time-lapse yourself back to full HP, so you're gonna have so much to work with once again. BKB also finished on Andy in the meantime, so they're also getting the items that they need for team fights. And Chi-Guard, although they have a lot, if this Ember Spirit dies in the fight, suddenly a lot of their damage will be gone. But Genysis being able to actually bring him down is the biggest worry. I mean, can they even do it at all? It's a little bit questionable. Just with one stun, is it gonna be enough? I mean, he has gone for like that kind of usual glass cannon kind of build. But 4.8k on him, so can go for a second Daedalus if he wants to soon enough. I guess you can go for second Battle of Fury as well if needed, but don't think it really is. If you really want to play it safe, you can go for a BKB as well, but Refresher Orb down on Winter now. Nana, with his Aegis feeling safe, going for the TFG. They're gonna turn it around. The Ice Buff is there waiting for Nana, but he gets the BKB off time lapse as well. But that's just a BKB, a 9-second BKB charge can't. And he's gonna have to escape, and they might even find a kill onto Andy. Oh my god. More Blast Storm charges lost, or are there? Never mind, BKB TP out, so that's gonna keep him safe for now at least. Black Hole just wasn't close enough for that. But that was a little bit weird from Nana. Just, I don't know what he was expecting to run into like that. Did he really expect the Chi Guard won't send anybody there or won't have anybody there? I don't know, questionable stuff. 13 to 12, all the games from between those two teams have been rather passive, I have to say. Definitely not as entertaining as CIS Dota. Good old Russian Dota, guys. Good old Russian Dota. But Nana has himself that hard finish now. Do we have anybody else with a massive amount of gold? I guess, well, Ember Spirit still. Viper has a reasonable amount as well. Buyback status though. Jakiro, Ember and the Viper, the only ones to have it. But Nana having the Aegis, I guess he doesn't care too much about that. Unless he really gets caught solo. Which might happen if he just keeps playing like he has been. But somebody's pinging out the tier 3. I guess it's Genysis, like, guys, defend, or I'm gonna defend. And he comes in, Boots of Travels, the easiest guy to send in, of course, as well. So they do defend, but they're not pushing anything themselves. Oh, got to love those series. Got to love those series. I'm not too... The bad thing is that I'm not even too sure if they're actually waiting for us to start the next game, which is going to be Arcanis versus... Is it Arcanis? Arcanis versus... who played yesterday? First Departure is in the other part of the bracket, I believe. I don't even know. I'm completely forgetting. Oh, it's MVP Phoenix versus Arcanis. So I guess they are waiting for this to end, I hope. I'm not too sure, but I can hope so. But yeah, since those games have all been like this, just farming and no kills and no pushing and no nothing going on. So all the games have been like 40 minutes minimum, I think. Plus there's a draft. There's the wait time between games, which wasn't all that long, was a pretty short one to be honest. But Nana, he's going for the tower, he's going to get stunned, multicasted, Ice Path as well. Anchor Smash, Searing Chains, he gets the time lapse and the Shallow Grave as well. He's going to be fine, doesn't lose the Aegis. Can just go a little bit aggressive for another 40 or so seconds. But I don't think they're even going to be able to use the Aegis. Although I guess having the Aegis made them just be this bold as this, going for the tier 2 like that. But TFG getting pretty damn close to a Hex of his own if that's what he's going for. So Hex is going to be excellent. Enigma has a Refresher or what? I completely even missed that Vexus wants to come in from behind. Or can he even do so unnoticed? I wouldn't bet on it. But he burst strikes mid lane, blinks out. Just trying to slow down the push. But Refresher or double Black Hole, double Ravage. Oh my bloody hell. Double Daedalus on WTF. It's just double. Shakiro go double, I don't know. Okay, there's no good items to go double off on him. God damn, this is gonna be tough, guys. This is gonna be tough. For both sides, to be honest, for that matter. So looking at the net worths, Ember Spirit still number 1. The 3 cores of Genysis are farmed, but looks like no side really wants to fight. Because fighting is overrated, guys. It's just world peace and everything. Looks like those teams are supporters of world peace. Running for Miss Universe 2014, 15, I don't know if 14 is over already. Or the running of Miss Universe at least. I wish for world peace. To the end of hunger and famine. For everybody to have water, whatnot. Okay. Guys, so HeflaTV 2 will be covering Arcanis versus MVP Phoenix. Unfortunately, this game, since it's going so long, I was unable to jump on that. They were even waiting for a little bit, but now they created the lobby for it. So I'm gonna say so in chat as well. So yeah, it's gonna be on that game. On that channel rather. So really sorry guys for the inconvenience, but we can't really help if this series is just going for way too long. Best of 3 for 3 hours. Usually you can make it, but since farming games, man. But Viper Strike does get dodged by a blink from Link. And now, can I get the BKB on 3 for 3? Is this the closest thing to fight? Vexus wants to get close enough. A BKB from Link. Viper struck up, so that's just the BKB, nothing to follow. Vexus, he's angling for something, but not gonna get it in the meantime. Split pushing going on by Nana. Has himself a Crystallis of his own now. Just get more damage. More farm, guys. Need more damage items. Need more ultimates. Just get the BKB for Fashion Winter. Go for the BKB as well. Be fashionable. Although I would prefer probably Shiva's card. Double Shiva's card, double Ravage. Hex is there. Go for the Refresher Object Hero now. Double Macro Pyre, double Hex, double Use, double Force Staff. Need more doubles. Doubles. WTF though is just beginning to be pretty damn scary. I mean, he's hitting for what? 376 damage. Plus, well, he's critting for about 900. But what's even the next choice for you? Is it like Monkey King Bar or Butterflies coming out at one point on Weaver, for example? Mid lane though. Are they going Black Hole? Nope! The Ravage comes out first. Fight into Black Hole, dude! Link! Why no Black Hole? Refresher Blink! Refresher Blink Black Hole! Not gonna happen. I don't know why they got greedy there and waited for Tidehunter to come. Maybe they were expecting like a time lapse, but they just gave so much time for Nana to react. They sure did. But another blink will come up in 3 seconds, but the Sukuchi gets Nana far enough. My god. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. So everybody that asks can be directed to HeflaTV 2. 4.3k though, up on Viper now. Getting pretty damn farmed for himself. As Nana, well, I don't even know what to think anymore. This game just freaking farm fest, guys. It's not Chinese Dota. I thought this is Southeast Asian Dota. Goddamn Malaysians. 2k net fleet though for Genysis. XPO 3k as well, but it's not even elite. But bottom lane, they get the jump onto WTF. Viper Strike as well, but of course, well, he has a Remnant. And he's just fine. What a surprise. Need Hex, man. Guys, you need Hex. Viper build Hex, although you kind of need damage output as well, I think. And Hex, speaking of Hexes, it's picked up on Timber, so that's a nice way to deal with an Enigma, maybe, if you can Hex him up, or maybe not Enigma. Probably Ember Spirit who doesn't have a BKB. But Vex, oh, look at that damage from just Sleight of Fist. Vexus, you cannot tank it up like that. You need Urn charges, but then again, Urn would have been a completely useless item this game, just because you know that you need kills to get charges. But Nana activates the BKB, and he's gonna come in as well. Activates his own BKB, wants to chase down TFG, but you could have just gone for Enigma, who was there to be hexed up. Come on, Andy, where are you timber chaining to? What's going on with this game, guys? What the hell should be going on? Oh my god, and now I bet they're gonna get Black Hole. BKB Black Hole. Come on, Link. You can do this. I have faith. Nana gets the time lapse away, and well, they're safe for now. And they will remain safe because nothing is going on. Okay. So I'm just gonna make sure that HeflaTV 2 will be the channel of choice for the next game with Arcanis versus Phoenix. Okay, nicely done. Well done, Grandis V. Well done. You have changed the tickers already. Don't need to do it. I don't need to do it. Maybe a Ghosto Gamers? Yes, on Ghost Gamers I'm gonna do it. Just because nothing. Oh, yes! Please, pause as well, guys! 45 minutes of farming is not enough. We need pauses as well. But no big deal. It gives me just the perfect time to change the stream for Arcanis versus MVP Phoenix on Ghost Gamers. Yes. Okay, so all is well and all is good in all manners of good and well. Go has been given. Okay, donut, wait. Donut, do not. I see do not wait. Okay, go has been given, guys. Sorry for the little intermission as well. Had to change the thing, but it is all well and good now. Daedalus finished on Weaver. So we have free Daedalus, free Daedalus in the game. Do we have any other big items? I mean, TFG has his own Hex as well. So both sides have a Hex, but they're not gonna get to use it. Although unless they find a Quad A, Dazzle, you are in dangerous waters. Oh god! That Midnight Pulse. I bet Dazzle almost crapped his pants there. Almost, but not quite. But there is a third Roshan for the taking if they want to. Booster Travels coming in. Everybody's getting Booster Travels now. BKB doesn't get the blink. He does now. Black Hole. Oh, first one whiffs. Refresher Orb. Are we going to see TP out from 3-4-3? And he's going to get it just because Ling whiffed the first Black Hole. Oh, things are getting interesting, guys. We saw an ultimate. We actually saw an ultimate, guys. Things are, I think, getting a lot better now. I really, to be honest, I wouldn't have hesitated with the second Black Hole either. Just get the kill. Just screw it, guys. Nanado gets stunned up. If they can get the Weaver, never mind. BKB out. Link. Black Hole for this. Never mind. Ice Bath. No, they're not Black Holing. They don't want to refresh Black Hole. So, are they giving away Roshan because of this now? So, I think so. Without the Weaver, of course, it won't be nearly as fast. The Desolator definitely speeds up the Roshan process by quite a hell of a lot. But they're going in with the Viper Strike, with the Corrosive Skin. I mean, Viper can easily tank it up to 5.3k in the bank for him. So what's going to be next? Is it going to be a Heart of Thresh for him also? Monkey King Bar. I would like to see some damage probably. You're tanky enough as it is, I feel like. Monkey King Bar also the potential to just actually mini stun people. But now Vexus gets the stun and blinks out for now. Sandstorm, but he gets caught. So is that gonna be the first kill? And he comes in as well. Hex is up Blink, but there's no follow up on this. What? This Hex served no purpose, and you just use your BKB as well. I guess it's creating space since they have the Aegis now in Weaver. He can breathe a little bit more safe now. So 14 to 12, the kill score. The cheese is there on Viper as well. Still 5.6k in the bank for him. But looks like Chi-Guard, they might have had enough. They don't have the double Black Hole, but they do have double Ravage. They have the Hex on Shakiro as well. Even a Lincoln Sphere now on Ember Spirit, so he cannot even get hexed up easily. Viper Strike though does remove the Lincolns. For now, at the very least. If the Timberstone wants to jump in with Blink Hex. But they need the follow-up damage to be there immediately. But look at this split push. Nana, he is doing the rat to Dota. Rat to Dota, Weaver, rat to Dota. Why you rat? Dude. And they can't do anything about it. Did some TPs get cancelled or something? Maybe Ember Spirit did go down in the meantime. I guess he got hexed up as he was trying to TP out. Never mind, TPs aren't even on cooldown. So he just got left behind. And he doesn't have a buyback. Burrow Strike doesn't land on anybody. And he gets stunned by Sharky. Sharky has a TP. There's no Burrow Strike for now, but well, never mind. He's not trying to TP out in time. So he's going to go down in a matter of seconds, I think. Oh, Burrow Strike from Vexus. Sharky still not able to TP out. If he had just tried to TP immediately, would have been enough. But Nana, is he going to lose his life? Yes, he is. But he has the Aegis. Do they have Black Hole? They do. Oh god, Weaver, you cannot die twice. Can you? You have buyback, I guess. So there's the Ravage coming out. Ravage number 2 not yet. Ice Path is there. They don't want to blow the Black Hole. Ravage number 2 waiting for it. They get the kill anyway. It was close, but they got it. Buyback from Weaver. I'm not sure if it was worth it. But then again, if you have the 40 seconds, Boots of Travels Weaver, not gonna happen. But he's Sukuching his way towards the mid or bottom lane as fast as he possibly can. Now Link, he's in some trouble and he's not gonna get the follow-up immediately. Viper gets a fully finished AC. Still has enough for buyback as well. So we are actually getting something accomplished, guys. It's not a hell of a lot, but it is something. It is something. Viper strike onto TFG, no follow-up. They're just going for the buildings as Nana. Going for the top lane. I guess they don't want to focus the same lane, want to just spread G-Guard thing, but they're gonna have to back off. Link gets stunned, but forced to fall from Vexus. No follow-up. Viper taking a lot of damage, but they don't. There's the second Ravage coming out. Viper has the cheese, of course. He's gonna pop it as well. Link, Blink, Black Hole catches free, nothing to stop it. Vexus in the meantime goes down to WTF. This is the Black Hole they've been all waiting for all this time, but the BKBs are there. The WTF was just a little bit too far by that time. Buyback on the Dazzle. Weaver in the meantime, still good old Rat Dota gets the range racks, or melee racks rather, BKBs, and Sukuchi's away. They do get the kill on Viper, but he has buyback as well. Link almost dies, 90 HP, separating from him and death. The Black Hole was just pretty damn great, I have to say, but unfortunately WTF was dealing with Vexus at the same time. Otherwise, slight the fist into that. My god, the damage output just wasn't there though, and after that BKBs, Timbersaw escapes, has another 6k gold, going for the Shiva's card next. Just, if only you could build double Hex, man, if only. Oh, the Hex onto TFG. Can they bring him down with the help of Nana? They sure as hell can now. WTF comes in as well. They don't have any Hex anymore, of course, to go for him. And now, there's the multicast onto Andy. But he's just way too tanky at this point, especially with Quad A backing him up. So they get another kill. One set of racks completely down. In one lane, melee racks down. So, Genysis there slowly but surely just gaining an advantage for themselves. Although, net worth still almost even. Link, oh, goes for, or wants to go for Nana rather, Quad A. Still hiding. I think some pings came on. Never mind, it was the Viper pinging him out. Do they really want to go on Link? Swarm does miss. So Nana has to be careful. Oh, do they have a gem? Yes, they do. Nana, there's the Malphite. They might even get the kill here. BKBs are on cooldown and Shallow Grave, oh, not gonna come out. I don't know why he was casting the other heals. I guess WTF got hexed up as well. It's not enough. Shallow Grave doesn't even come at all. The Shallow Grave might have been the difference maker there. Not too sure if Weaver would have been able to escape anyway, but he doesn't have buyback. He does not have buyback. Not enough gold. It's on cooldown anyway. It's just up to Genysis now to keep the other lanes pushed out. Do not let Chi-Guard push in return. Vex is trying to go for it. There's the Blink Burst, like Shiva's card comes through from Andy. They might get the kill on Winter with the Viper Strike as well. They will get the kill. He does have buyback though. Genysis, they won't be pushing in anyway, but he buys back immediately. They want to go for something. Sleight of Fist, just on the creeps. Andy. Oh man, what a game this is turning out to be. Blink Dagger on Jakiro now as well. Wants a Blink Hex of his own. Much mobility, guys. Much mobility. Such wow. Man. Oh wow, this is crazy stuff. Winter does have double Ravage. Link does have one ultimate if he wants to pop the refresher for it. Otherwise, 27 seconds for the Black Hole. But they're going for the push. This is going to be at least one set of frags. Unless Genysis can do something. They're going for the mid lane, but... Well, Viper double damage actually might be enough if he actually goes stands on the high ground. He's going to go for it now. So, is it going to be enough? It's going to be mid lane racks, but Link already TPing back as is WTF. They have to defend, smartly so, and well, I think 343 just gave away his life. Viper Strike used, but the physical damage from WTF is just way too overwhelming. In the meantime, in the enemy base, they're going for the double set of frags. Even from WTF, but there's the epicenter coming in. Ravage comes out into the Black Hole of Andy. Can Winter escape this? Pops the refresher just for the 4-step out. And he's going to be safe for now. Sharky going to be able to, nope, not TP out. He gets cancelled, but they have a Ravage. Winter wants to jump back in. And he finds him though before. There's the Ravage. Will catch 3 heroes. Can they bring down 343 again? Yes, the Hex is there in the Macropire WTF. Will he have enough physical damage? Oh yes, he sure as hell will. Another Burrow Strike. But Viper is down. It's a dieback. Link pops the BKB and Nana. He's going to bring down Link anyway. Oh god, it's huge. Just kills, traded back and forth. It was a dieback from Winter, but buybacks from Link as well as... Never mind, get Jakiro down. WTF now wants to go for something, try to TP out. He's gonna succeed just barely though, my freaking god. Another time he drops down to like 100 HP. But it's still only 1 Rex down. Whereas the last set of Rex also exposed. If Genysis can push in now. The Jakiro and the Tidehunter, they don't have buyback. Just buyback scarce for both sides. Andy, they only want to have it for Genysis. WTF, they only want to have it for G-Guard. Now Hex even finished on Sand King. He definitely didn't find too much farm for the majority of the game, but well, this Hex might be just the only item that he needs for this game. Does he have a Force Staff as well? Yes, he does. So can Force Staff pop the Lincolns on WTF, then get the Hex. So if they get like a Epicenter, Blink, Force Staff into Hex on the Ember Spirit, this might just be the kill. They don't have a Shallow Grave or anything like that to help them out. But Shiva's card from Andy comes in the mid lane. They are trying to just delay tactics. Nana will come in as well. They don't have a gem anymore. Go for the range racks. Just sends out one Geminate attack worth of right clicks. And just time lapses out. This is just mass rat Dota, I guess, coming out. My god, where have we gotten ourselves, or what have we gotten ourselves into, guys? This is just redonkulous. Redonkulous. Well, 8k gold on WTF. Is this rapier time? Sell face boots, rapier. Rapier. In the meantime, stun onto Link. No follow-up though, they won't use the Hex for it. They will now though for some weird reason. What the hell was this initiation? Bye-bye Vexus. That's rapier on WTF. I'm not too sure what the plan was there. If then use Hex immediately. Otherwise just don't even go. That was just beyond my comprehension. But he's gonna go for TFG now, who gets the blink out just before the first right click lands. That was definitely weird. Mid lane though, free for free. He's gonna be in trouble. Searing Chains catching BKB. Viper Strike into the Lincoln Sphere, and he is gonna be royally screwed. Tries to do something, goes for WTF, but just doesn't have enough damage output. And that's gonna be a death on him. Doesn't have buyback. He is 4 minutes and 1.4k short of it, more or less. But look at this Nana. He's forcing them back. He is red Dotaing. Gets the BKB off as well. But look at the right click damage. The crits from WTF. Pops the time lapse. Gets the range tracks, but the range tracks is not enough. There's the Hex. Ravage at the same time. Shallow Grave keeps him alive for a little while longer. There's Refresher Orb. Ice Path to follow. Ravage number 2. Not even needed for this. So they get the kill. The melee Rex drops rather low as well, just from the Siege Creep. Super Siege Creep! Literally, they are called Super Siege Creeps, man. How funny is that? But Andy might find Ling, although without the double chakram, just doesn't have enough. And now, why the hell did you go there? Why? BKB. Timber Chain, I guess it's a huge range, but I don't think the BKB duration will be enough. Although he gets the blink out, Ling wants to keep on going. Whew, he got to safety. Don't even know why he went there, but look at this. Nana, he already bought back. He is going for the Mass Rat Dota. He wants to go for supersized mega creeps, but if they lose the fight now, which they most likely will up against the double black hole and the Ravage, even if they have supersized mega creeps, G-Guard, they're already in the base and they can get counter supersized mega creeps, or just go for the Ancient, especially with Vexus dying here. He can't even use his Hex. That's him down without the buyback. No Hex. They're going for straight up tier 4s, but supersized mega creeps against them. Will Andy be enough with the Shiva's card? He has buyback, so he's gonna go for it. He's just trying to delay things out. You need to Hex up WTF, but he has the rapier going. You need to kill WTF. You need to lock him down somehow, taking a lot of damage. Andy, Shallow Grave when it's not entirely necessary yet. He's so damn tanky even against WTF. Finally goes down to the last Light of Fist. 3-for-3 comes as well. They need the Weaver's damage. Where is he? They need to bring down WTF. They need to do it now. There's the Ravage, BKB on Andy. He's alive. WTF, Slight of Fist through. Come on, where is the damage? WTF, he goes down. Who picks up the rapier? Oh my god, I think this is GG. In the enemy base, Nana, he gets hexed up. It's gonna be a dieback from the Weaver. Ancient is alive still as well for both sides. Oh my god, what is this game, guys? No, this cannot be. This Ancient's way healthier though, and they're just gonna leave the rapier there. Viper could pick it up, but they want Weaver to have it. But are they gonna wait for 100 seconds for him to come and get it? Is this really going down like this, guys? Mass buybacks, lots of gold lost for both sides. XP gain, rather huge for both sides as well, but it's really do or die for G-Guard now. Do they have another rapier? Almost. WTF doesn't quite have the gold for it at this point, but they might still be able to do it with the Weaver being dead. Black holes, double were used. I didn't even see where, but I guess they didn't have too much impact. Or maybe it was the Enigma TPing back. I guess he used it on the Weaver kill. I'm not too sure, but guys, this this game. What can I say, guys? What can I say? Ling wants to come in as well, or go in as well now. Just a second. So Divine Rapier is dropped there. It's still on the ground. Viper, come on, pick it up before they come If they let them, yeah, he's gonna come in and take it now. Link pops the BKB. They want to go for the Ancient. That's all they want. The Glyph is there though. Hex onto WTF. Vexus gets hexed as well at the same time. They need to stop WTF. Does he have a BKB? No, he does not. Booster Trails picked up on the Ogre as well. Yule Scepter used. They might even win the game right here and there. Where is Vexus? He's just counter pushing. Whose Ancient is gonna die first? With the Rapier. Oh god. Genysis, they win this. Are you shitting me right now? Genysis, they win this game. What a freaking game this was. It was a really boring ass farm game, but at least the last minutes, guys, the last minutes made it worthwhile to actually cast this, and looks like MVP Phoenix still has not started either. Maybe they were waiting for us. Not too sure, but in any case, guys, I'm not too sure if you're gonna cast it on this channel. Probably it's gonna be on HeflaTV too, because we already changed all the tickers and everything. But Arcanis versus MVP coming up in probably a couple minutes time, so see you there. Hopefully you enjoyed this game. The VOD also will be uploaded to our YouTube, which is youtube.com/HeflaMoke. The link's also below the stream. The entire series will be there, as well as on Ghost of Gamers under the VODs, and linked on the comments on Join Dota as well. So guys, just see you for another series on another day. Maybe today, maybe another day, who knows. But man, what an ending.